spooky place attractions are genuinely normal in the US, certain individuals need to encounter genuine apparitions and fiends around Halloween. Fortunate for those daredevils, the US is stuffed with recorded homes with fascinating, and creepy, stories joined to them, and it's not very difficult to come by genuine, spooky places on the off chance that you realize where to look. Any individual who is an aficionado of phantom hunting or paranormal examination shows can let you know where you may run into a portion of the country's most startling genuine apparitions. Popular homes like the Whaley House, the Winchester Mystery House, and Lizzie Borden's Fall River home all have gained notoriety for terrifying guests. Here is the top 3 haunted house in the US. On number 3. The Sally House, Atchison, Kansas. In case you're into apparition hunting shows, you presumably definitely know this popular spooky place. This unassuming home in Kansas is supposed to be the dim den for an on-devil the type of a young lady due to a family's unusual encounters there. In the mid-90s, new leaseholders Deborah and Tony Pickman asserted they saw abnormal events in the house, including lights gleaming, specters, assets, unexplained voices, and weird scratches, checks, and consumes on their bodies. These events appear to have been crafted by an apparition of a little kid, named Sally. Previous leaseholders Bobby and Colleen Humbird and their girl Heather additionally professed to have seen or heard Sally, whom Heather asserted was her non-existent companion. But apparently, Sally isn't some harmless ghost. Theories around her malevolent presence in the house, as well as some evidence of satanic rituals in the basement, suggest that Sally is, in fact, a demon disguised as a young girl. Number 2. Franklin Castle, Cleveland, Ohio. This impressive Victorian house is viewed as the most spooky place in Ohio, and it's not difficult to perceive any reason why. It was worked during the 1800s by Hannes Tiedemann, who was known around Cleveland to be cold-blooded and harmful. At the point when a line of baffling passings in Tiedemann's family occurred in the house, those reports solidified. Among the many individuals who might abruptly lose their lives in the house was Emma, Tiedemann's little girl, who obviously died because of intricacies with diabetes. Then, at that point, Tiedemann's mom and a greater amount of his youngsters passed on. Tiedemann's better half, Louise, additionally died, evidently because of liver failure, yet many bits of hearsay coursed that Tiedemann was really capable. It's also rumored that he murdered other members of his family, including his niece, a possible illegitimate daughter, and possibly his mistress. Tiedemann moved away from the house shortly after his wife's death. Since the tragedies, the house has passed from owner to owner, including a chapter of the German Socialist Party who remained there for 55 years. Locals heard rumors that the house was actually a den for Nazi spies. More recent investigations have found troubling evidence of foul play, including human bones within the walls. Number 1. Biltmore, Asheville, North Carolina. George Washington Vanderbilt II constructed this masterful summer home during the 1800s. From that point forward, it has gained notoriety for being one of the most spooky spots in the state and the country. While nothing totally accursed appears to have occurred on the bequest, the home's previous proprietors appear to stay exceptionally dynamic, even in life following death. After Vanderbilt kicked the bucket in 1914, his domain gave to his youngsters, who chose to free the home up to the general population. That is the point at which the movement obviously started. Guests visiting the home have announced numerous paranormal encounters, going from nebulous visions, cold spots, vibes of being moved by something supernatural, and unusual scents, in addition to other things. A flight of stairs is typical for spotting apparitions. Numerous paranormal fans accept flights of stairs are profound vortexes, drawing in rising, and sliding, spirits. At the Biltmore, guest records of odd events on the steps take off in first-hand records nitty-gritty in internet-based reports and remarks. Many individuals have revealed seeing George Vanderbilt II in his library. Clearly, one of Vanderbilt's #1 rooms in the domain was his library. He could be found here respecting and perusing books found in his huge assortment. He's regularly seen perusing the books along with the racks, or sitting unobtrusively and perusing. The workers' quarters, kitchen, gym, and pool are situated in the storm cellar. A few guests have announced seeing the staff caught up with setting up a dinner in the kitchen. Soaring numbers of first-hand accounts say they had an overwhelming feeling of uneasiness in touring the pool area. Some go on to say they clearly felt pure terror in the presence of someone who many have drowned during one of the parties the Vanderbilts were known to throw. Others report the sense of being followed or watched. The Biltmore has been included on numerous lists of the most haunted places in America.